Hello everyone, my name is Adonis and welcome to Movie Notes. Today, I am going to explain a sci-fi horror drama movie Parasite released in year 2015. The movie begins showing some coming out from ocean. We see a man sleeping and out of nowhere, a creature came and enters his ear. The man felt irritation and we see that he is now in extreme anguish but instantly recovers and goes to sleep. These creatures are called parasites. Now we see a boy named Shinchi. He is listening to music at night using earphones. The parasite tries to enter his ear but couldn't due to earphones. It now tries to enter his nose, but Shinichi gets irritated and instantly gets it out. He grabs a book to crush it, but the parasite bits his hand and goes inside his skin. Now her mother comes and Shinichi was panicking. Her mother checks his hand and surprisingly it was alright. Next morning Shinichi feels very strange. He was unable to move his hand easily. On the other hand, we see that man who got infected at beginning. He goes to his wife and suddenly opens his mouth. It looked horrific and he turned into a monster. He eats his own wife and kills her. Now we see Shinchi walking with his friend to school. She notices his weird behavior today. He was feeling very strange. He felt powerful and dizzy at the same time. He comes home and tries to cut his hand, but suddenly his hand turns into a monster and attacks him. But then he talks to him and says that I won't harm you. It used to read his books and even use his laptop. He says that my name is Miggi and requests Shinchi to never cut his hand again. Now we see that Shinchi and Miggi have become friends, but not all parasites were friendly. They all were monsters and were destroying everything. Miggi now drags him to a place where many other parasites were eating human flesh. They think that Shinchi is also infected, so they offered him food. But when they come to know that Shinchi is normal, they attacked him. Luckily, Miggi fights that parasite and saved Shinchi. The scene cuts and we see Shinchi listening to news of people being mysteriously killed. All people were confused because they haven't found the killer yet. These parasites were very clever and they used to do their job very carefully. Shinchi asks Miggi to stop his companions. Miggi tells him that we need humans to survive just like you need animal flesh and plants. There is nothing wrong in this all is our nature. Shinchi goes to school and then Miggi informs him that his teacher is a parasite. Actually, Miggi used to sense all types of parasites in his surroundings. Teacher also senses Miggi and she talks to Shinchi. She says that you don't need to be afraid of me. I won't harm you or any other human. I want to study human behavior so I can learn human qualities. That's why I am here in school. She then introduces him with two other parasites. One was a student and other was a police officer. She tells him that this police officer is my husband and we are expecting a baby who will be completely normal. She further says that this baby is the reason we want to behave like normal people. We will only hunt humans in private. She invites Shinchi to their group, but Miggi disagrees. The next day that police officer comes to Shinchi. Miggi tells him he is here to kill you because he knows that you killed that parasite in restaurant. The police officer now attacks them and here we see a fierce fight between them. Miggi finally killed that police. The scene cuts and we that police officer's body. A parasite comes out from it and enters someone's body and that someone was Shinchi's mother. She comes home and Miggi informs Shinchi that your mother desires to kill you. Shinchi warns him not to kill his mother, but his mother transforms her face and attacks Shinchi. He starts bleeding and was about to die. The scene cuts here and we see Shinchi totally recovered tomorrow. Miggi tells him that you are about to die, so I had to transfer my cells to your wound, but the only problem is that you are now fully a parasite. This means that Shinchi was now fully infected. They both start to search for his mother. They searched everywhere but couldn't find her. They went to that teacher and asked her, but she didn't reveal anything. Miggi tells him that from now on I will have to get 4 hours of sleep every day. I will not be able to protect you at that time, so you will have to save your own self. Next morning, we see that same infected student who was introduced by teacher takes admission in Shinchi's school. He pretends to be Shinchi's friend, but with passage of time, everyone comes to know his reality. He kills everyone and now proceeds to kill Shinchi's friend. Shinchi comes here and takes his friend. They both jumped off the building. We now see the teacher. She too wanted infected student to die as her secrete could get reveled because of him. She throws a bomb to him and the whole floor explodes, but still that student remained safe. Now the police came, but that student also killed every policeman. Miggi informs Shinchi that the student is at top of building. Shinchi transforms his hand into an arrow and kills that student. He now goes to the teacher and asks her the address of that policeman's parasite. Teacher finally reveals him the address. The policeman's parasite was still inside her mother. Shinchi reaches there and sees his mother. She attacks him, and the problem here was that it was time for Miggi's sleep, so Shinchi had to fight alone. He tries a lot and finally kills that parasite by cutting his throat, but his mother was also killed. He now visits his friend in the hospital, and there he promises to kill every parasite. Here we see that someone is taking photos of them. He looked like a spy. The part 1 of this movie ends here. The next part will be explained in next video.